We can't have a Mistress and Beyoncé.
So, and I also didn't realize that they were crafting one of the biggest publicity stunts to announce Beyoncé's pregnancy on stage at the VMAs.
Who the was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is you.
All right, picture this. Back in 2011, everyone was buzzing about Beyoncé's baby news, right? But while all eyes were on Queen Bee, there was some hush-hush talk about a woman named Kathy Coriana White. Some folks whispered she might have been Jay-Z's side squeeze. But here's the kicker. She ended up dead, and not a lot of folks noticed because Beyoncé's news stole the spotlight. Fast forward to now, a journalist named Liz Crowan's stirring the pot. She claims she had a chat with Kathy before her untimely demise, and she's dropping hints that Jay-Z might have some skeletons in his closet. And guess what? Old blog posts are resurfacing with folks saying they saw Kathy hanging out with Jay-Z and Diddy.
The streets are saying that Diddy is looking, or should I say begging, and his attorneys are furiously trying to work out a plea deal because, baby, he's ready to give up Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Now, there's a rumor swirling around that Jay-Z could be mixed up in something shady. But hold up, what's the scoop on Kathy White? How'd she kick the bucket? And what dirt does Liz know about Jay-Z? Let's dig in. All right, so Kathy White was making some waves in 2011. Some said she was getting cozy with Jay-Z behind Beyoncé's back. But before we could wrap our heads around it, Kathy ended up dead. And get this, Liz Corkin's got some insider info. She's hinting that Jay-Z might be involved. Kathy Coriana White, who was known as a fitness and beauty expert, was discovered dead in her Manhattan apartment on September 2nd. She had graduated from Howard University and had contributed to various online publications. Plus, she was the big boss as the CEO of her own public relations firm called White Label PR. Now, the report said the cause of her death was an aneurysm. That's pretty tragic, especially for someone so young and successful. However, seemingly Kathy had some drama with the blogs the year before her passing. Hollywood Street King, one of the OG celeb gossip bloggers, spilled the tea claiming that she was Jay-Z's side piece. Back in the day, like way back in 2010, the internet blew up with some spicy gossip. 2 blog posts hit the web on August 31st. One was all about Jay-Z supposedly cheating on Beyoncé with a lady named Kathy White. Yep, that's right. Someone spilled the tea big time. They even had a photo of Kathy hanging out with her pals. And get this? They claimed Jay-Z and Kathy were an item even before Jay-Z put a ring on Beyoncé's finger in 2008. Talk about scandalous.
However, their perfect image did unravel in the year 2014 when rumors of Jay-Z cheating, which is one of the reasons why Solange was Jay-Z down in the elevator.
But wait, there's more. The other blog post said Jay-Z was spotted with Kathy at Tao. Sounds like these Hollywood street kings were all over the scoop. Kathy is tight with Claudia Jordan, who's no stranger to drama herself. Rumor has it Claudia was cozying up to actor Michael Jai White while he was still married. Yep, it's like a tangled web of rumors and secrets. According to Hollywood Street King, they got the scoop of Jay-Z and Kathy's alleged affair from insiders close to Kathy's pal. Hollywood Street Kings dropped another bombshell post later that same day, claiming that once the news broke about Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Kathy immediately went into social media lockdown, deleting her Twitter and Facebook accounts. Plus, it seems like Claudia had her own drama going on, ending up in the hospital after a fall in the shower. Talk about a wild night in Vegas. Even though that photo got removed from the original post, it seems like Claudia was definitely making the rounds in Vegas back in 2009. She was there for the Miss USA pageant in April, and then there's this article from May 2009 by the Las Vegas Sun that spills the tea on Claudia, Jay-Z, and Diddy partying it up in Sin City with a bunch of other celebs. Just before Jay and Kathy hit up a fight in Sin City, Jay supposedly splurged on a $2,500 pair of Louis Vuitton shoes for Kathy. But here's the kicker. Jay wanted Kathy to bring some pals along so they wouldn't look like a couple. Seems like he was trying to keep things low-key, right? But wait, there's more. Jay took Kathy gambling at the Bellagio, and he made sure her friends stuck close by while they were at the table. It's like he was going all out to keep their outings hush-hush. Now, if you're wondering where Queen Bey was during all this drama, get this. She was overseas on her world tour. Yup, while Jay was supposedly hanging with Kathy in Vegas, Beyoncé was tearing up the stage in Australia. Talk about timing, huh? And guess who Jason Lee spilled the beans? Wait a minute, Jason Lee's name in the mix again? Now that's getting interesting. Remember just last year, before Beyoncé's big movie premiere, Jason Lee was stirring up a storm. He said he had some serious dirt on Queen Bey and even tried to blackmail her. Crazy, right? He basically said he'd spill all the secrets unless Beyoncé got Kelly Rowland to chat with him. Well, things are heating up even more now. With Jason Lee connected to Kathy White, fans are wondering if he knows anything about her passing. Rumor has it, there's more to this story than meets the eye. Now, after Hollywood Street King first spilled the tea about Jay-Z's alleged affair with Kathy, it didn't really make waves until the news broke about Claudia's passing in September 2011. But by then, Beyoncé was already heavily pregnant with Blue Ivy. Remember her iconic pregnancy announcement at the VMAs on August 28, 2011? That news blew up the internet, stealing headlines for weeks. But before that, when Kathy passed away, it barely made a blip. Fast forward to now, and we've got a real bombshell. But now, fast forward to the present day, and we've got a bombshell waiting to explode. There's this lady who's claiming she interviewed Kathy shortly before her untimely demise, and now she's out here publicly threatening to expose Jay-Z. Back in July 2017, journalist Liz Corkin tweeted, "When Kanye West says Jay-Z has MIMs, I believe he's talking about the people who K-ed Kathy White." So Corkin was talking about Kanye's infamous onstage rant against Beyoncé and Jay-Z. You know, the one where he accused them of using blackmail to snag awards and hinted that Jay-Z might try to silence him for speaking out.
I know you got please don't send him out my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
In August of 2011, Corkin was working as a senior editor for Star magazine. Her boss asked her to look into online blog reports claiming that a woman named Kathy Coriana White, who friends called Corey, was having an affair with Jay-Z. The blog that reportedly first broke the affair story was published by Hollywood Street King in an article titled Jay-Z Caught Cheating on Beyoncé with Kathy White in August of 2010. She managed to get a hold of Kathy at her job in New York over the phone. During an interview with a source, she said, "I then uncovered photos of Kathy hanging with Jay-Z and Diddy, no less, at Tao nightclub in Las Vegas. So I called her back and asked her about the photo evidence that debunked her initial claim that she had never met or hung out with Jay-Z. At this point, Kathy expressed to me that she would consider going public with her story. Days later, I tried to reach her at work with no luck. I finally got a hold of one of her colleagues, and I asked her if she knew why Kathy had been MIA. Her colleague shockingly told me she's dead." So in March, Liz Corkin decided to revisit her tweet about Kanye and wrote, "Note the date. Hey Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died, was M'd. I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is coming." In her newsletter, she went further into detail and ultimately implied Jay did something sinister to silence White. For years, folks have had unsavory things to say about both Jay and Bey. They've been called the Illuminati, have had endless speculation about the state of their marriage, and Jay's history has been used against him regarding his character. Following Crokin's post, Tokyo Tony crawled out of the woodwork to also label the pair as demonic. While some folks are brushing off Liz as just another conspiracy theorist, others are raising some serious eyebrows. I mean, the fact that Diddy was allegedly chilling with Jay-Z and Kathy is already sending off some major alarm bells. But wait, there's more. Fans are pointing out that Diddy has been accused by multiple industry insiders, like Jaguar Wright, of some shady stuff, including allegations about his ex-girlfriend Kim Porter's death, which also happened under mysterious circumstances.
Do you believe Diddy has something to do with Kim Porter's death?
Absolutely. Without hesitation. Absolutely.
Jaguar also recently claimed that Jay-Z is even than Diddy.
Sean Carter is
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient.
Seems like Jaguar's words are really resonating with folks. More and more people are starting to nod along in agreement, thinking maybe there's more to this story than meets the eye. One person on the internet wrote, "I found Kathy's obituary online. She's buried where my family stays at in Virginia." Gossip says she was a publicist and fitness expert. The fact that her presence can't be found anywhere on social media is telling. Someone wanted her erased from existence. Another one added, "I can't wait until Jay-Z gets exposed like Diddy. All these devils gotta go. Poor Kathy. So sorry that happened to you. Rip Kathy White and Kim Porter." One more person added, "The story about what allegedly happened to Kathy White at the hands of the Carters honestly doesn't sound too far-fetched. I heard of her a long time ago and been side-eyeing them ever since. I pray that justice is served for her. R.I.P. Kathy White." However, some people also believe that Beyoncé may also have some grudges against Kathy. So Beyoncé's 6th album, Lemonade, and the film that goes along with it have been getting tons of love from everyone. It's all about black womanhood, infidelity, and love. And Beyoncé's never been so upfront and gutsy about these themes before. Take the track Sorry, for example, where she straight up calls out her husband's side chick by name, saying, "He better call Becky with the good hair. Becky with the good hair." Now hold up, it's not just any name. For black women, it's like a whole vibe, you know? It's like this symbol of beauty that's always pushed on us, making us feel like we're just not cutting it. Becky's like the gold standard, the one everyone's supposed to be chasing after, while the rest of us are left feeling like we're just not good enough. So, who's this Becky, you ask? Well, she's more like an idea than a real person. She's like the poster child for this messed up beauty standard that's been shoved down our throats for way too long. And get this, according to Urban Dictionary, Becky is usually a name for white girls. Yeah, you heard that right. It's like a nickname for those fair-skinned ladies. Now the name got real famous thanks to some hip-hop tunes. Sir Mix-a-Lot dropped it in Baby Got Back, where there's this scene with a white girl named Becky checking out a black woman's curves. Then Plies came along with Gimme That Becky, where he's talking about, well, you know, stuff. And let's just say Becky became a code for, certain activities. Crazy, right? Now let's talk about Beyoncé, Queen Bee herself. She dropped this line about Becky with the good hair in one of her songs, and it got folks talking. But here's the deal. She's not necessarily saying this Becky's white. Nah. It's more about describing someone who fits those Eurocentric beauty standards. You know, the long, straight, or curly hair that everyone seems to drool over. And that's where things get real deep. Because in many places, there's this idea that certain types of hair are more beautiful than others. Like if your hair's all kinky or curly, some folks look down on it. They call it nappy, like it's a bad thing. And that's messed up, because it makes some black folks feel like they're not good enough, just because their hair isn't like Becky's. But wait, there's more. Some folks think Beyoncé wasn't just talking about some random Becky. Rumor has it, she was hinting at her own hubby's rumored flings with other women, like Rihanna and Kathy White. And let's not forget that elevator incident with her sister Solange. Things weren't always smooth sailing for Bey and Jay-Z, if you catch my drift. Now let's also dive into the spicy stuff about another of Beyoncé's songs, Hold Up. Word on the street is that it's connected to Kathy somehow. People are saying Beyoncé might be throwing shade at Kathy, even mocking her death in the music video. In the video, Beyoncé's rocking this fancy dress that's got tongues wagging. Some say it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes, but twisted, like she's making fun of Kathy's demise. And get this, the setting in the video matches where Kathy was said to have passed away. Coincidence? Some think not. But wait, there's more. In Hold Up, Beyoncé's on a rampage, smashing things up like there's no tomorrow. Theorists think it's her way of saying she's untouchable, like she can do whatever she wants without consequences. And then there are those lyrics. They're pointing fingers at Jay-Z, hinting at his alleged cheating. Some reckon Beyoncé's using the song to show she's in charge, maybe even throwing subtle shade at Kathy. But hold on to your hats, because the plot thickens. There's talk about Jay-Z's pals, Emory Jones and DeHaven Irby, possibly being involved in Kathy's passing. Some say they'd do anything for Jay-Z, even something shady like this. But here's the kicker. According to some insider info, Kathy's death might not be as straightforward as we've been told. An NYPD source spilled the tea, saying it's being treated as suspicious. They even mentioned Kathy talking to a tabloid about her connection to Jay-Z right before she passed. but not everyone's buying it. A close friend of Jay-Z's is speaking up, saying he wouldn't risk it all for someone like Kathy. They're calling her a P and saying Jay-Z's got too much to lose, especially with a baby on the way. So, what's the truth? That's the million-dollar question. The rumors are flying, but we're still in the dark about what really happened to Kathy White. Do you think there's more to it than what the official reports say? But hey, everyone's got a theory. What's yours? Drop it in the comments and let's unravel this mystery together.